Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let my phone.
I'm getting sick and tired of people in their opinion about what the fuck I went through. Y'all don't know what the fuck I went through. Y'all was not in my shoes. Y'all don't know how the fuck I was feeling. And y'all damn sure don't know what it took for me to get up out that shit. I'm sick and tired of people in their comments, especially his family. Y'all threatening me because y'all fucking family member is a woman beater. That's why. Let me calm down. Let me calm down, guys. I'm real upset. It took a long time for my eye to heal. That man was beating the fuck out of me. I was sitting here taking that shit for the whole past year. This whole year I was sitting there and I was letting him whoop my ass. Man down. Man down. I'm trying my hardest to say what I gotta say without crying, because this shit is pissing me off. From the very beginning when I first met him, he was one of the nicest people that I ever met. He was being so sweet to me. He fooled the fuck out of me. I didn't think that it was gonna end up to the point where the first time he broke my arm, it was on Valentine's Day. This man broke my fucking arm. My family saw it and everything. They told me not to go back to him, but I was being stupid, and I went back. Like a dumbass because I was in love. So yeah, that's my fault for being in love.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here is about a woman who took abuse, or basically just an ass whooping for a whole year long. And I'm not saying that to try to sound funny, because one thing I hate guys that hit on women, and women shouldn't also hit on guys, but men, grown men. I'm not talking about little weak, soft, moist boys. I'm talking about grown men. We know our strength. We know damn well, head up fight. Can't no woman whoop our ass. And if a woman can't whoop your ass, you need to turn this video off right now and go outside in the back and practice Wing Chun or karate or taekwondo or something like that, because you need to step your game up. But this woman right here basically showed how she was getting abused. And when the video first started, when the video first cut on, it shows her in the car with, I guess, her ex-boyfriend now, because if she's still with this guy, she's a hell of a fool. But it shows her in the car with the guy, and she's basically telling him, well, go ahead on. You know how y'all women get sometime. And the guy reached over there and popped her one time, then he reached back and knocked the hell out of her, like we say sometimes, cold cock the shit out of her. I don't want nobody else using that word on YouTube. That's my phrase right there that we're gonna put out there. But anyway, now instead of the guy family telling him, look man, you need to stop hitting on this woman, because you're gonna either, number one, you don't supposed to hit on no woman, and number two, if you keep hitting on this woman, you setting yourself up to go to jail, or maybe her family gonna retaliate on you. And this is one thing I noticed about a lot of fellas also. I'm going to tell the truth today. I don't care if you like it or not. Now, I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to be strong, damn it. Fellas, men, do not normally beat on women and hit on women that have brothers that's about that life. When I mean about that life, that will put something on your ass. They usually don't mess with, jump on women, females, that have, cousins, daddies, and uncles. It depends on what family you come from, because one thing a guy do not want to do, you got some fools out there who just don't give a damn. That's like a 1% chance. But 99% of the guys do not want to jump on a woman and have to deal with her whole family. I'm talking about when you got to deal with the nephews, you got to deal with the cousins, you got to deal with the uncles, you got to deal with the granddaddy, everybody coming out the damn woodwork. Pops coming about the damn wheelchair, swinging on your ass, dropping them bolos on you. Now, that's one thing I have noticed in my experience, that guys pick and choose who they want to target, especially when it comes to females. Now, I'm not talking about guys fighting each other. That's different. But how many times have you seen a a guy jump on a female and she come from a known family in the hood, what we say, or in the neighborhood, however you want to call it. You don't normally see that because he know one damn thing. If I put my hand on her, I got to put my hand on all of them because all of them going to come behind her. And that's the way it should be. Now, what this woman should have did, the first time he popped the shit out you, the first time he hit you, you should have left him alone right then and there. And I don't understand why do certain type of women go after these thug type of guys. You know, why do they go after the guys who don't have a problem putting their foot up their ass? You know, and you have a guy over here who you consider a square, just works a regular job, don't do anything. You know, he probably drink, you know, probably drink on the weekend, probably drink when he get out of work, but he's a regular guy, just go to work, come home, and, you know, probably, you know, just do regular things. But it's ironic that, because we know people like that, we know women like that, we know females like that, that they don't want that type of guy. They want the guy in the street. They want the guy pushing the Lexus, the BMW, the dope boy, the gangster. They want the guys who done been to prison and everything. And no offense to anybody who ever been to prison or jail, because, you know, we all go there for certain reasons. But I'm talking about if you go into jail and prison for out here robbing people, selling drugs, murdering people, and jumping on women and stuff. Them the people I'm talking about. You have to be aware of who you associate yourself with. Now, one thing about domestic abuse don't care who you are. You can be single, you can be gay, you can be a lesbian, you can be old or young, crippled, handicapped, you can be rich or poor. Domestic abuse does not discriminate who it target. And one thing I don't understand about this woman right here, like I said, when he hit you, you should have left him alone right then and there, because let me tell you something. We all say it a lot, even though it gets misplaced in these days and times. Love do not supposed to hurt. If you got a guy who's sitting there basically knocking the hell out you for no reason, it's not like you got a knife to his throat or a gun to his head. You know, that's the only way I'm going to defend myself, because I'll tell anybody this. You can say what you want to say, because it's only one rule in the world, and that's self-preservation. Remember that. Let me say it again. It's only one rule in the world, self-preservation, which means anything on this planet, including humans, we're going to do anything to survive. Even if you back an ant in the corner, guess what that little old ant going to do? And it's probably that small. Guess what that ant going to do? That ant going to fight to the death. It's going to try to bite you or whatever to get away. So what you expect a human to do? Which means that I would not do any harm to you unless you bring harm to me. And if it's imminent harm with imminent danger where you're going to try to take my life, oh, one of us got to go see Jesus and let Jesus talk about it and sort it out. Then we'll come back down here. But this is what I tell people all the time. You know the kind of person you're dealing with. True, everybody start these relationships. They come in a relationship wearing a mask. And I ain't talking about Jim Carrey the movie. They come in wearing these false facades, if you will, where they pretending to be good people, nurturing people and loving people. But guess what? Everything shows its true color after a certain amount of time. So after a certain amount of time goes by and you seeing changes in this person's behavior and actions, what you need to do is sit back and question this person. It's like, wow, you know, he didn't start off doing this to me. He didn't start off calling me a bitch. He didn't start off calling me a hoe. He didn't start off slapping me upside my head when I tell him I want to go out with my girlfriend sometime. And that's another thing I don't understand. You know, if you love something, let it go. You don't have to have something up under you all the time. If your wife or your girlfriend want to go out with her friends sometime, as long as it's not her hoish friends, because mostly every woman has a certain friend who they know just done had everybody in the club, everybody in the neighborhood. And I don't blame a man for not wanting his one woman to go out with certain type of women, just like you women would want a man to go out with a guy friend that's a known player that done had all kinds of women, because you figured that, you know, it's gonna rub off on him or whatever he's doing, that your man gonna get involved with it also. And we as men, we feel the same thing about our women. Like if she goes out with a woman who's very promiscuous, who's very hoish and flirty and don't mind getting down for the get down, you know what I mean? You can't expect us not to say anything about it. And that's the only way I can see trying to control somebody, even though you can't control it, but try to advise them and tell them, look, you wouldn't want me doing that. If you don't want me doing that to you, don't do it to me. It's an old saying, like they used to always say, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. If you don't want nobody hitting you upside your face, guess what? Don't hit nobody. If you don't want nobody cursing you out, don't go cursing nobody out. Because there's one thing that is so free that even when you're a baby, that you can give is love. You know, when the baby's first born, the first thing it gravitates toward is his mom or his dad. You know, most time it's the mom or the mom right there. It gravitates toward that. That's the first feeling that you feel in this world is love. And you mean to tell me here we are grown people and we ain't learned to love each other yet? Just like this guy in the car just hauled off and hit this woman. And it's good she shared her story. And y'all need to share this story with a lot of people who have been victims of domestic violence. Stop letting these men Because this ain't about the women right now. I got videos on women beating the hell out of men too, but that's a different topic, different subject for a different day. But stop letting these guys convince you that they love you and they won't do a damn thing for you. Won't even buy you a damn cheeseburger at McDonald's or whatever. They tell you to get a regular burger. They don't even want to pay the extra 30 cents for the cheese. You know, if you got somebody that's going to treat you so low and cheap, why sit up there and be with this person? Why lay down with this person? Why have children about this person? Because, you know, just like this woman right here, who maybe in the beginning that she didn't have her head on straight, which a lot of us do. We all make mistakes in the beginning. Hell, I made mistakes in the beginning of trying to find my way, as you say. But trust me, as you get older, you're going to realize that love don't supposed to hurt. Love ain't going to sit there and lie to you. Love ain't going to put you in the hospital with a black eye. Love is not going to put a gun to your head, and love is damn sure not going to kill you. You know, you might die for someone you love trying to protect them, but love ain't going to kill you personally. If a person loves you, how can they kill you if they love you? See what I'm saying? So what you need to do is find you somebody who will love you and appreciate you and value you. See, the point is, if a person see you don't value yourself, how in the hell do you expect them to value you? You know, how can you expect them to value you if you don't even value yourself? You have to demand more. You have to want more. Because let me tell you something. If you play yourself cheap in life, guess what? You're going to get cheap results. You're going to get cheap products. And product just a metaphor for people. You know, you're going to have cheap people coming into your life. Imitation. You know, artificial, homogenized type people. You're not going to have the real deal. And what you want and what you should want is the real deal when it comes to love. You know, you don't want nobody around you playing, because let me tell you something. It's all good when you in your early 20s and your teens, late teens and everything. But when you get in your 30s or your late 20s, then you're going to realize, and hopefully some of them still never realize, but then you'll start realizing like, damn, you know, I ain't got no wife. I ain't got no husband. I ain't got no children. You know, it's just me. Some people cool with being by themselves. And to those people who glad to be by themselves, hey, more power to you. But we talking about people who want to be with somebody. We talking about people who want to be loved. You know, so what you should do, drop that zero, get you a damn hero, you know, and stop playing games with these sorry tale men who sit up here and have to put their hands on you just to show they're in control. No real man have to flaunt his power. No true king have to flaunt his power. His presence is his power. When he presents himself, when he walks into the room, you automatically know your role. And that's the problem also, that these guys, a lot of guys don't know their role. They don't know their place. They only think what they seen on TV, pimping women out, calling them hoes, treating every woman like they're a bitch. You know, every female, every woman is not the same. You have some bitches, yes you do, and you have some straight up good women, you know. And just like out here on the other side of the track, you have some good men who are good men, and you have some men who are just dogs and they're just players. They're not going to do anything for you. It's up to you to decide what you want in life. But let me tell you something. When you see a person for what they truly are, and you still accept that, you just as part of the problem as them. Now, she said his family, threatened her and everything. And why do family members threaten somebody when you know that this guy is beating this woman ass? Now, how would you feel? I'm talking to his family. How would you feel if it was your mom getting beat up like that? Or if it was your sister, cousin, or niece getting whooped like that? Would you threaten them? No, you wouldn't. And this is what needs to happen also. Stop protecting these people who's doing this. Because I know quite a few females, a few women who done died over the hands of a man. I'm talking about gunshots to the head, getting killed. You know, I'm not going to say no names or nothing, anything like that. But I remember this, make a long story short, I'm in the video. I remember this young female, because I was younger then. I was like 15. She was 16. She was a year older than me. From California. Anyway, we were just friends and everything. I'm going to say her first name. Her name was Nicole. I'm not going to say her last name because somebody might know her. But anyway, Nicole. Now, she was a very naive girl and everything. And I met her one day at the park playing basketball. Because, you know, we all used to go to the park and hoop. I used to be out there getting my triple-double on like I'm MJ. But anyway, so we started kicking and everything. Kicking it, then just going to the skating rink, arcade, and somewhere to eat real quick. You know what I'm saying? That was all, you know. And probably go play some damn Super Nintendo because we was young, you know. But anyway, some kind of way I had felt out with her. Something about her, you know, that I didn't trust or whatever, so I let her go. And sure as shit stink, you know, about 6 months later, she got with this guy. I'm not going to say his name, you know, because it's too much of a correlation. People will realize who I'm talking about, certain people. But she got with this other guy who was much older than her. I think he was like 21, 22. She was still a teen. She was only 16. This guy was like 21, 22 years old. Had no business even messing with this girl. But this guy was known around the neighborhood as a damn thug. You know, I'm not talking about a thug just because he wore his pants off ass. Just, you know, just the dude that ain't about shit. You know, he messed over his own people, messed over his own mama, stole from her and everything. And he'll come out there on the block, or he'd come out there around everybody else trying to sell her belongings, trying to get high and everything. So he wasn't about nothing. And I don't know what made her attracted to this guy or whatever, you know. But anyway, to make a long story short, she didn't want to deal with him no more because he kept beating her up, put her in the hospital twice. So guess what? In broad daylight, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they had an argument in the middle of the street. I'm not going to say the street or the city or anything because people would know. But they had an argument. And she basically told him, look, I don't want to be with you no more. You know, I'm moving back home. I don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. You have did nothing but beat on me and everything. Now, you had all these people standing around. But guess what? This guy had a little respect in the hood, which means a lot of people feared him. They didn't respect him. They feared him. Let me get that right. He was more like a bully. You know, he only bullied certain people, though. But, matter of fact, me and him got into it before. And we damn near jumped on him. But he took off on a bicycle. It was like 15 of us. We was going to wax that ass. But anyway, this was before he killed her. So what he ended up doing, she turned around, started walking down the street. This is what the word came back and told me. Matter of fact, told me the next day, matter of fact, because I seen it on the news. And she started walking down the street. She got like I guess like a block ahead of him, and he took off running behind her. She didn't never look back. Shot her twice in the back of the head, right there, killed her right in the street, blew her brains out right there in the middle of the street. You know, and this was a young female I used to, you know, quote unquote go with. You know, we say date, go with, whatever. But anyway, like I said, I was 15, she was 16, but she was hard-headed, and she thought that, you know, this was the way. And by the time she realized this wasn't a person for her, it was too late, and he killed her right there in front of everybody in broad daylight, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a sunny day. It wasn't cold, it wasn't raining or anything. So this is a warning for you all. You keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. And I got plenty more stories I would share about, you know, people from my past that met a tragic end dealing with the wrong men. You know, damn, that rhyme. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this video also. And to Nicole, may you rest in peace. And, you know, I'm just trying to spread the word out because, you know, I remember when I was young, I used to see my mom get in fights and everything because her and my daddy could barely get along. I used to see her fighting her boyfriends and stuff, and she be, mom was coming with it. I done seen her stab a guy and everything. I'll tell that story later on. But anyway, it was crazy back then. But I hope this message will reach somebody. Y'all make sure y'all share this video. Get somebody who's going to love you. Get somebody who's going to treat you like a queen that you are, if you are a queen. Now, if you are one of the other ones, what I said earlier, if you one of these hoish type of women, or you one of these bitches, you can't demand more. But if you a woman, you consider yourself a woman, demand more. And stay single until you can get that from somebody. You know, they got plenty of rabbits. They got bullets and everything that you can use to get off if that's what it takes. But don't let no man hit on you. Till next time, y'all stay blessed. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you like, subscribe. I'm out.